guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ira Hussein and I am your teenage teacher. So today's video is a little bit different from my other videos because today I'm going to be talking about the SATs and what they actually test and why most students prepare the wrong way. Now, before I get into this video, I'd just like to give you a little pro tip. If you want to practice for SATs or get your grades up or see how you are doing in different subjects or different classes, make sure you click the link in my description because that is the link to the MAP test, which is a standardized test that, sees where you are in your different levels and subjects like reading and math. Now let's get right into this video. Let's start with the truth that makes some people uncomfortable. The SAT is not an intelligence test. It's not testing how smart you are, it's not testing how much you know, and it's definitely not testing whether you'll be successful in life. That is the biggest stereotype. Okay, number 3. The SAT tests your ability to avoid traps. This is where the test gets sneaky. Wrong answers on the SAT are not random. They're engineered. Each wrong option is designed for a specific type of mistake. The student who rushes, the student who overthinks, the student who half remembers a rule, and the student who panics. If you ever said, "But that answer looks right," yeah, that's the point. The SAT is less about finding the right answer and more about not failing for the wrong ones. If an answer feels too easy, too obvious, or too comfortable, that's your cue to slow down and double check. You know the saying, always trust your gut? That pays off when taking the SAT. Because if you come across a question and you're like, whoa, what the hell? You just gotta trust your gut. Okay, number 4. The SAT focuses when you're bored. No one talks about this part. Literally no one I've talked to, except one of my teachers who told me this, and I will definitely be giving you this. SAT passages are not interesting, and they're not meant to be. They're the most boringest things you will ever read in your life. You'll read about obscure science experiments, historical arguments dated over 200 years ago, and topics you didn't ask for and you really don't care about. And the SAT is quietly asking, can you stay focused when your brain wants to check out? That's a real skill. Students who drift mentally just for 20 seconds at the wrong moment lose points they never get back. This test rewards boring discipline. Discipline is the main word there. Not excitement, not passion, just steady attention. Okay, number 5. The SAT tests emotional control. This one surprises people. It even surprised me. The SAT is an emotional test. Here's what happens during the exam. You miss a question, then you think about it missing, then you rush to the next one, then you panic, then your confidence drops. And now you're not even answering the question in front of you anymore. You're fighting your own thoughts. High scorers aren't calmer because they're smarter. They know being stuck is normal. They don't emotionally react to it. That alone can be worth dozens of points. This is one thing that it just throws people off. You don't want to fall into the trap of your emotions getting in the way of a question. If I'm stuck on a really hard question and I start panicking and I start praying and I start going, oh my gosh, this is so hard. It's not gonna take you anywhere. It's gonna keep you stuck in the same spot that you are. So know when to move on. Know that you're gonna be stuck and just take a deep breath and step back. It's very rare that you will get a perfect score on the SAT. And it's okay if you're a couple points short, but you want to make sure you can get all those points that you can. And stressing will not help. It's okay to get stuck, but it doesn't mean that you spent all your time on that question. Okay, number 6. What the SAT doesn't test. This part is really important. The SAT does not test creativity. It does not test leadership, and it does not test curiosity or kindness and vision. It does not measure real-world intelligence, which is why straight-A students sometimes underperform. Average students sometimes crush it. School rewards effort and consistency. The SAT rewards strategy and restraint. Different game, different rules. The SAT really does not care about how you carry yourself. It cares about how you answer the questions that it's giving you. If you don't do that properly, you're going to fail. You're not going to get the score that you want to. Why most SAT prep fails. Number 7. Most students prepare the wrong way. They say things like, I just need more practice. I'll take another full test. I need to learn all the math again. But here's the truth. More practice without reflection is just repetition. If you don't analyze why you got a question wrong, what trap you fell into, and what pattern you missed, remember patterns, you're just reinforcing bad habits. The SAT doesn't respond to effort alone, it responds to targeted correction. And here is the last one, number 8. The refrain that changes everything. Here's the mindset shift that I want you to remember. If your SAT score isn't where you want it yet, that doesn't mean you're bad at math. It doesn't mean you're bad at reading. And it definitely doesn't mean you're not a good test taker. It means you're undertrained. And training works in sports and for SATs. Because the SAT is predictable, structured, and limited. And anything predictable can be mastered. Once you stop treating the SAT like a school exam and start treating it like a game with rules and patterns, it becomes manageable, even beatable. If you want, in the next video, I can show you exactly how to train for this test without burning out or studying everything. Make sure you subscribe for that breakdown. Let me know if you guys want more videos on SAT practice too. Make sure you click the MAP test link in my description because it works for state testing and for any test I'm going to take. And it does help a little bit with your SAT so you know which subject you have to focus on. But if you follow these simple rules that I gave you, trust, you'll do good on your SAT. So, I hope I see you guys in the next video. Bye!